And here we are. Today we are taking a look at Batman Golden Age from the Batman Legacy Edition. I've had this figure for probably it's my second week, and I have not got a chance to do the review. I've just been kind of busy doing other things, and been eager to get him out of the package and get him up on my shelf. But I think this Batman Legacy line is just very cool all the way around. I think we're getting some really cool figures. Even though we're kind of getting the same Batman, they're just repainting him differently and doing different things. I still think it's cool to have just different variations of the character. I dig that quite a bit. And I think this also goes to show the popularity of Batman. We really haven't seen a Superman Legacy. I would say for whatever reason, but I think we know the reason. Batman is just a more easily accessible character. That in Batman's Rogues Gallery is just enormous. Marvel, DC, whatever you want to argue, hands down, I think Batman has the best characters and villains all the way around. I just don't think you'd get a lot of mileage out of seeing a Superman Legacy line or a Green Lantern Legacy line. Although I guess we kind of have with the Green Lantern, seen a lot of different lanterns because of the movie. But for Mattel to devote their time now kind of twice or three times just doing different Batman lines. We've seen many different Batmans and his side characters and everything. So I think this is very cool. Plus this being kind of like the classic original. Some people said Batman Brave and the Bold, which this is kind of close to it, but the Batman Brave and the Bold does have the what I call traditional bat oval, yellow oval with the bat in it. So this is very close, but you could argue that fact. The packaging, I think this is the best packaging Mattel has ever done for really any of their figures, especially the Batman. And of course the Batman Legacy 2-packs have this same type of structure, just, obviously twice as big. So here is the back of the card, the real classic Batman, almost 60s logo, 50s, 60s logo, very cool. The quick read-up on Batman, classic legend hero. After witnessing the disturbing murder of his parents by a common street thug, young Bruce Wayne dedicates his life to fighting crime and bringing justice to the criminals of his city. Thanks to his limitless wealth and resources, as billionaire Bruce Wayne, Batman has an array of weapons and gadgets at his disposal, making him at once the world's greatest detective and Gotham's premier crime fighter. His unparalleled combat skills and foreboding cape and cowl fill the villains of Gotham with fear and terror, knowing that every crime demands justice and retribution. Other figures in the wave are Batgirl and Catman. As I've stated, probably many times over, I'm a huge Robin fan, so if Robin were in this line somehow, which I kind of wish we would get one, but you'll see in just a little bit, I think we kind of already have one. I don't know what else they could really do, but we'll go to that in a second. This Batgirl is just a repaint of another Batgirl, only she's in her classic Silver Age outfit, and Catman. I doubt I'll be picking up these two since I already have kind of the first Batgirl that we had gotten from Mattel and DC Universe. Catman, if I'm going to spend money other places, I'd rather get figures that I really want. Like I said, the Robin and Joker 2-pack that I just recently did the review for. Check that out. I bought those today. So, had I got these two, I might not have had the funds to get the figures that I really want. But these are very cool-looking figures. Like I said, this is the one I really wanted out of the Batman Legacy standalone figures. I don't know if I'm going to get any from Wave 1 at all. Possibly, maybe the Joker to kind of go along with Batman here. So, enough talking, enough rambling. We're going to get this guy out of his package, and we will see you real quick. Alright, here we are, we're back, and Batman is out of his package. Gotta say, very, very cool figure. I like him a lot. It's nice to have that bright blue, happy Batman from a happier time. This is a 50s, 60s mock-up here. Kind of see the, I know many of us have seen this already, the poster that comes with it. Batman and Robin, Adventures You'll Never Forget, Untold Tales of the Bat Signal. And there you are. Supposed to be depicting Detective Comics, October, issue number 164. And it's a 52-page big issue. So, very cool. Like I've heard most people say, I don't know what I'm going to do with the poster. It's not like I have a little frame for this, but that'd be kind of cool on some display base to have this behind Batman and Robin, which we'll get to in a moment here. And the conundrum I have with this Batman, we'll get right into it. Got my little pegs here that I just found for this base. Very cool. As been stated by a lot of people, this is a reissue, repaint. And here's the other Batman. He is exactly the same all the way around. Same exact utility belt. The only thing that's different are the heads. This one's, hi, I'm going to kick you in the pants. This one is, hey, let me help you across the street, little lady. So, one thing I will notice that out of the two Batmans, this Batman's cape is a little bit stiffer, and this seems to be a little lighter weight plastic. It's the same mold, but the two capes do feel just a little bit different. Like I said, pretty much the same all the way around. And my wife looked at it and said, why did you just buy another Batman that, oh, he's just painted differently? And I said, well, because he's painted differently. That I have 3 Robins from the DC Universe, a Tim Drake, a smiling Robin, and a classic, if you will, quotation fingers there, Robin. So now each of my 3 Batmans, and I do have a original superheroes Batman, that I can put each of my different Robins with a different Batman. Think of putting the Tim Drake Batman with the superheroes Batman, and one of the 2 Robins with one of the other 2 Batmans. We'll get through that in a second. I just like the black up here. In the comics, I always had wondered, what was Batman's actual color? Was it black? Because it's always harder to shade black, so did they shade blue on the black? Or was he blue and the shading was black? So if he's in the shadows, I always, to me, always thought they drew his eyebrows blue because, well, it's kind of hard to show eyebrows on black. So I always assumed that he was a black colored Batman and that he had blue highlights. So that was always my argument. But he does look very cool in the blue. Some people point this out, others don't. He does have this blue highlight on his black shorts, which I think that's kind of cool. It's nice to have a classic looking Batman. I think my wife would shoot me if I bought the other blue Batman with the yellow oval with the bat in it, because then that would be almost exactly the same Batman. But I could say, hey, it's a different head. So she may cut off my head and give me a different one. As we said before, all the same DC-UC articulation. No sense me sitting here going through all of it with it. You know it, I know it. But like with all of my figures that I review, there is always something wrong with it. For whatever reason, my Batman head is really, really stiff. I don't know if you can hear that, the clicking. Of course, I'm not going to do it now. But there's a little popping, there it was, a little popping sensation in his head. So I'm like, great. So if it's not an arm or a leg or a hip, it's now a head. But that's alright though. I do like this. Like I said, I want to be able to put a Batman and Robin together with each of the Batmans that I have, and I'm trying to decide which Robin should go with it. Should it be the smiling Dick Grayson, since Batman himself is smiling a little bit? But then you do have this Robin, which some people call the Jason Todd Robin, because he does seem to have a furrow in his brow, and he's not quite smiling. Even though they also say this is the classic head, and from the poster, he does have the little curl. We can get to this real quick. There he is, right up there, which he does have here. So that would make me think technically it should be this Robin that goes up here. But if I am going to call this a Jason Todd Robin, I might put him with this Batman. Since this Batman is smiling, I think I'm going to go with this Robin. Not that you guys care for this review, but since we've seen a lot of reviews on this Batman already, this is what you call stretching, killing time. You know, don't leave a pregnant woman on stage to give birth. It's going to be 9 months. Of course, the other accessory Batman has is his base, which is a little tiny peg hole for his foot. He does set on it, but this other foot doesn't come down quite. I guess it does there a little bit. So there you have it. Put Robin in this little peg hole. Let's get him on the same plane here. Kind of a quick little review, like I said. I'm glad to have it. I've got a Batman and Robin, a both happy-looking Batman and Robin, happily wanting to fight crime. So, I hope you dig the review. Short, sweet, to the point. Not too much to tell about Batman. I think he's a great-looking figure. He's going to look awesome on my display stand with Robin now. But all their articulation is pretty much the same. Not too much to go over with it. I just want you guys to be able to see this. Not that a lot of you haven't seen a lot of other reviews already. But hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you checked it out. And I've got more stuff coming up. I think I am still doing my Young Justice review. Actually, I know I am. I haven't unboxed them. But this review will probably appear after I finish up the Young Justice review that I have. So, enough talking. We're at the 7-minute mark, so I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you guys next time.